y'all. Here we go. We are back, man. MIC Podcast, episode 106, community content. You get it all here. Yeah, it's us. It's the
I
guys
didn't want to
back.
be here today.
Yeah,
Anytime we have a cancellation
it
on
sucks.
the podcast, I have to step in.
It's
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys gotta fucking listen to me again. And I had no plans of being here. Just understand, I didn't want to come back this early. I was supposed to come back after I got back from recording the album and come back and let you all know how it all went.
Facts.
Here the fuck my black ass is.
Here the fuck you are. And well, from a content perspective, I'm happy you're here, brother, because you have. Well, I feel like we have a lot to talk about. I feel like we have a lot to get into just as far as, because I've just had a front row seat. Like I, really have always had, since moving out here to your process at this point. I think personally, it's a new, just level. It's just a new level. I'm seeing you hit penmanship wise, musically, songwriting wise, just the way you're making your albums, like just make it as cohesive as possible while maintaining your uniqueness as an artist. I've seen it, just evolve, especially with this project you're working on now, man. And it's not to say like you haven't, been doing this up to this point, but it's just wild looking from the beginning of your career to this project now, and just like what you're talking about, how you're talking about it. It's crazy to watch, man. And it's your longest album yet, I think.
Yeah, it is.
So it's just it's crazy. It's wild, man. So like if you want to like speak about anything before we get into like the bulk of that, because like I don't like I know like when it's just us, it's probably just gonna be like you'll talk about whatever you're doing, like music and shit like that. But if you want to touch on anything else before we get into that, man, please.
I couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that you again. I wasn't even supposed to be here.
Fact.
Talk about this after I got back
type shit,
from Arizona. So
yeah.
Go ahead, we can get into it.
Nah, man. So just with this album, bro, what do you think like is? I mean, like, because like for an artist, it's tough to pinpoint one thing, but like, what is that gear change for you? Like, what is fueling that?
Like creating a project?
Yeah.
I think it's just having the life experiences that I had. You have to, as an artist, you have to constantly be doing different things in your life if you want to be talking about different things.
Right.
I think part of the reason why certain artists talk about the same things because they're literally
they don't be doing shit. Yeah, facts.
The same thing. They're not growing as a person, as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've just experienced just so many different experiences and growth and obtain different knowledge and a different just feel of life that I then wanted to express. And listening to different music and hip hop and rap has been in such a lull over these past
bro,
it's been crazy.
If niggas is dropping shit, I don't know about it.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, like I don't know, like, and like the shit that we have right now, just talking about hip hop at large, bro, it is just a real lazy feel, for lack of a better word. Like, it's just like niggas just putting shit out because it's their job. Like, some like the more prominent artists, I think, are just putting like it doesn't really matter to them. They're gonna get paid regardless. So like their money's already good. So like I don't even think like the intent for art is there anymore. Like at least just recently. Like I would say in like the last 2 years, maybe even 3.
At least,
bro, like I haven't like rap isn't even in my like most top listened to songs right now, bro. Like, and it's one of my nuclear genres, you know what I mean? But it's just like it's been a while since I've like listened to like, again, besides your project. And it's like it's primarily hip hop, but again, just with like the genres you kind of dip in and out of, it's not fully hip hop. You know what I mean? In like the best way possible, you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, rap, like, just to, accentuate your point, bro, hip hop isn't
for the most part, the album, it's a hip hop album with a song that I'll get into.
Yeah, sure,
It's gonna be my first punk rock song that I've ever come out with, and I love it. It's one of my favorite punk rock songs I've heard in a very long time.
That's one of the best songs in the project.
Oh yeah,
Facts.
But for as a whole, it's still a hip hop project.
Definitely.
but it's not a rap centric project.
Yeah, this is
the least amount of rap,
technical rap.
I've had
Sure.
on a project
Facts.
that is a hip hop project of mine.
No, facts.
So yeah, I've to that point. I mean, I haven't been pulling inspiration from rappers in a very long time, and just pulling out my phone right now, I use. I apologize to everybody. I use YouTube Music just because I watch YouTube a lot, and I need to not have ads on my YouTube,
Right.
and it just comes with that. So I don't have Spotify.
Yeah.
or Apple Music.
YouTube is also catching MIC podcast every Sunday.
Every Sunday. But I mean, even just looking, like a Lil Yachty song, like just a song of Lil Yachty, not even Lil Yachty as an artist or an album or anything. The song "Drive Me Crazy" has got me moving.
Yeah,
it's got me moving. "Provider" by Frank Ocean.
Yeah, facts.
Another song I've been listening to a lot. ROS and Ascension by Mac Miller off of his project Good AM.
Yeah. Those are good joints.
Playboi Carti has been my most listened to artist of the past 4 years now. Playboi Carti is one of my favorite artists.
Forgive me. Carti's in my rotation.
But he's now squeaking into my favorite artist of all time.
Well, Carti has 3 certified classics. His first album was an instant classic, and the follow-up was, I mean, bro, that album could be dropped today, and still, like, it could still do what it did, like, at the time.
And I saw Fantano, which sometimes is fuck that nigga.
Yeah, right.
He was talking about how, it wasn't, like, a good out, his newest Whole Lot of Red. I'm like, that album is fucking so experimental and so fun and so different and just still Playboy.
Yeah.
And
it's, like, also, like, what... So, like, what were you thinking when you first heard Playboy's like his first album, and like you never heard nothing like that before, and it's just so, impactful and revolutionary, and then like you go to Whole Lot of Rain, like I don't know what he's doing, like I just don't understand, like what.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I don't know how I got into Playboi Carti. I know Magnolia for me was the first song, but then from there, I can't pinpoint the time where I listened to Die Lit or when I listened to wasn't the other one called Playboi Carti?
His first joint?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's a self-titled, self-titled project. And I can't remember when it was. I can remember a moment of like when I was like really listening to it. I was in the gym in LA Fitness back in, I don't know, that maybe like 5 years ago now. 5, 6 years ago, maybe. Wow, that's a long time.
Fair.
So that's even longer than I thought. Then I was like listening to it, and I remember just clearing through that Die Lit album a lot whenever I was in LA Fitness at the time, and then was listening to his self-titled project and just being blown away by it. And then I remember listening to a Whole Lot of Red, and I listened to a couple of songs. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this. And then I kept listening, and I was like, wait, hold on. He got some crazy songs on here.
Yeah, right.
First listen.
Yeah, facts.
And I was like, let me go back to some of these other ones and see what I'm not hearing. And I'm going back and listening to some of them. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, this project is just so different and so unique. It don't sound like nobody else.
Facts.
Which for me is just the preliminary things that get me personally as an artist going.
Yeah.
I don't like any artists that just sound like somebody else, period. I've always been like that. Because I have respect for real artistry and what it really takes to become an artist and really make your own music. It's not easy, whatsoever. So I've been pulling. I've always loved him. He's up there, one of my favorite artists and rappers all time. I got the what's the one song by, and I don't listen to him. I don't listen to Brent Faiyaz.
Yeah.
But Addictions, I think, is fucking insane, and it's something that just me personally speaks to me. Just that chord. Maybe it's the love, the drugs, the weed, the pussy. Maybe it's all the above.
Facts.
Maybe I don't need a hug.
Maybe I'm just fucked up. Facts. Maybe that's just what it is at the end of the day. Maybe that's just what it is.
And I'm looking at my album. I was like, maybe
we try to point into all these different things. Maybe you're just fucked up.
Maybe I'm just fucked up.
Maybe you just fucked up a little bit.
Beyond that, I started going back because I made that punk rock song. I've been going back and listening to Oliver Tree again.
Bro,
and Oliver is one of the best artists.
Even speaking to him, age. Bro, you definitely put me on to him. Again, just like I have a vivid memory of being back in Colorado, And I think that was when you had at least first discovered him, or like you were like in the throes of like fucking with him, and then like you're like, yo, but nah, this song is crazy. Jerk was the song, and I'm like, yo, this song is crazy, and I love the song, but like I didn't really like dive into like his work really after that. But like I was just like, no, like this song is dope, and like we ran through the album like the other night, bro. Now I'm just like, bro, like he can. First off, like his ability to like make music is innate, and it's just like each song he's talking about is just different content about different perspectives of like of his life that he's experiencing, obviously, you know what I mean? But it's just the way he's first of all saying it from like a songwriting perspective is crazy. But I mean, even you broke it down, it's like his structure, like the way he structures his songs, which is crazy. Like that's nuts. And like once I saw that, I'm just like, damn. So like I was even like listening to it at like from like a different perspective once you let me know that. But bro, just like run through the album, man. Like bro, he's a very musical guy. Like each song is unique. Each song is very different energy. But and the way I was like describing it the other night, like it's himself in totality. But even under that umbrella of it just being him, he's versatile even within his own sound that he makes, which just kind of blew my mind too. And like again, I think he has a lot of similarities to you in that aspect, where it's just like you're your own thing. But then even under that, you go into different versatilities under the own thing that you made, which I think artistically it's just like it's damn near Inception. It's fucking crazy, But shout out to Oliver Tudo for real.
And having like those moments for me of being able to like break down other people's lyricism and composition. I was thinking the other day that like I now confidently know that I could teach, and I might get involved in this. It's the first time that I ever had this thought. I'm not saying like right now. But,
yeah, no, facts, right.
Recent, you know, that I could teach people how to write music, how to write lyrics.
Yeah.
I should say lyrics. Because you also, writing music is also, a separate thing of, the instruments within the song.
Mm-hmm.
That's writing the, the music of it. But I could teach people how to write lyrics.
I believe it.
From super young all the way to somebody who's an adult.
Yeah.
Just getting someone who's, new into music, someone who has been writing music for a few years, or maybe they play instruments and have never wrote their own lyrics before. So they wrote music, but they've never wrote lyrics before to their music that they have. And then song composition. I'd be able to teach anybody song composition. Just I do it so well, and now have been doing it for so many years that is my thing, that within music that I can really sit anybody down and truly teach you how to do it. And while I mix my own music, I don't know the technicals of everything. It's a lot of just mixing by ear.
It's tough to know the exact technicals.
And everyone has their own style in all this. And I don't even I was even watching this one thing, and dude was like, yeah, like this, he'll break down Lil Uzi. He's like, he uses this program, that program, and that program to make his sound. Someone might hear that and be like, oh man, that's okay, so I need to buy this thing, and this thing to make this sound. I will be able to sound like Lil Uzi. You don't know what the settings that
right.
You don't know where they're moving those dials.
He just told you the store to go buy that. He's just like,
essentially,
yeah, right.
It was just like, hey, this exists. It's like, oh, so dope. It's like, no, it requires a lot of stuff beyond that.
It could be plugins in that shit that you may not even know about.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what he's telling people.
The word,
plugins.
Okay.
He's telling people the plugins.
Okay.
He's telling the people the different programs.
Got you.
He records, in this DAW with these plugin, this plugin. He uses this compressor. On top of this compressor, he uses this de-esser and this blah blah blah. But you don't know what they're doing with it. He's telling you the tool, but he doesn't know. You don't know what they're doing with it. So that's even dangerous in itself too, in a way. Whereas you just need to know what works for you,
right?
And then that's just what works for you, and what works for you doesn't work with somebody else. And you'll even one of the first things that he dropped, he was like, yeah, he uses this mic, and the microphone in itself is $5,000. It's if you only knew the amount of songs that were recorded on $50 microphones.
Bro,
there's some songs that were recorded on an iPhone,
bro, on little wired fucking headphones, and you just talking into that little fucking bar mic on the fucking wired headphones, for real.
Exactly. So it's the one thing just doesn't, work for everybody. I don't know how we got down this path.
No, I mean we're just I mean, I'm talking
what I
about.
can teach,
Yeah.
well, I guess, so I can't really teach on that as much as I would like to, and even still, I think there's only a certain level that you can teach.
Sure, yeah, right.
Song composition is song composition for the most part. Somebody can give me an idea of like, hey, this is a unique song composition I have, but I can break down what that is.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so you put a bridge here, you put your chorus here. You didn't have a chorus, you didn't have a bridge, you just had all verse. You had no. I mean, I can teach lyrics, so you have to get some type of lyrics on that.
Yeah,
But
facts.
it's just like you can structure it in different ways, but it still has to flow. Sonically, it still needs to work.
Sure.
Sonically, it still needs to work. So I am curious of just like different ways that people compose their songs and different ways that people compose their lyrics that makes it work for them, that is still sonically sound. That sounds like what sonic.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Still,
facts.
so that's why I do like listen to these other genres and different artists and hearing just like how they piece their songs together.
Yeah, nah, but and then again, just circling back, it's just the current state of hip hop, just to speak to that, bro. And it's just like, and bro, shout out to all these other artists, fucking doing their thing, and like again, just being purposeful with just like what they're putting out. Now, does everything have to be super deep and contemplative? And nah, like that's not what I'm saying. But again, like it's just having like the intent behind the art. Like I'm just not like, again, niggas are just like making hip hop song or just like like rap songs specifically, and it's just like it was cool, I guess. Like the verse may have been cool beat.
Well, I think constantly, just time and time again, we ask ourselves on this podcast and try to ask others, and we've had this conversation, I don't know, countless times on the podcast, of what makes an artist an artist. What makes an artist an artist, and it's just so hard to tell so many people who attempt to create art that you're not an artist, but only an artist understands the intent and the understanding of that's like you can create art, but you're not an artist. Like I can, like I think if someone eats vegan their entire fucking life and has a burger, like, okay, they had a burger, but they're not a carnivore.
Yeah, and it's just like,
if they have that burger and then go right back to eating vegan afterwards, it's like, yeah, you can acknowledge like, okay, they ate a burger, and they may have ate like the worst burger possible. Like us meat eaters, we know of shitty burger,
facts,
a shitty piece of meat, or just an overcooked steak,
like
a massively overcooked steak, and they can eat that like, wow, delicious, and it's like, I don't think you really know how good that can be.
Yeah, right. It's just because you're not of the initiated, like you don't understand certain.
Exactly.
And they almost can be blamed.
And then they go tell their friends, like, man, I had the best burger. I had the absolute best burger, while they're now eating their salad again.
Yeah, right.
It's like, no, that's not it. So it's like, it's kind of almost like that feeling, where like certain people, like they're vegans and they'll have a burger and they're like, I'm a meat eater now. It's like, no,
right.
No, you need to like keep doing that, like, all the time, like just like all the time, and then like never have a moment where you even question going vegan.
No,
like,
as an artist. No, exactly,
like,
exactly.
I don't question, like, I can't, no matter what, I can't stop being an artist.
Right.
Like, I don't. There's no
like,
but it's just like there's nothing I can't like, and I don't know how to explain that to people that either create art and you're not really an artist, or people who just have never created art.
I could dribble a basketball. I am not a professional basketball player.
I'm not even a professional, but you're just not a baller.
Yeah, I'm not a baller. Exactly. I'm not a hooper.
Even people that aren't, even hoopers. So that's a term that you hear a lot within the basketball community is hoopers.
Yeah.
People can hoop. And there's people who have never, there's some niggas that never been to college that the hood's like, oh, they can hoop.
Yeah,
like,
fast.
This dude can hoop. And he was just on a better path and just had.
He could have done something with it.
Yeah, done something with it, you know what I mean? But he knows how to hoop.
Exactly.
He's just a hooper.
Exactly.
And you can't remove a hooper from someone.
Exactly.
Like,
you can't remove the hoopness.
And I don't have it in me.
Yeah, facts.
I don't have even a.
Some niggas be playing cricket claiming they're a hooper. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even if I had a little stretch, even if I joined a little rec league of basketball, I'm still not, it don't make me a hooper.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro.
I could do it for like a couple years, and I'm still not a fucking hooper. It's just not.
And you can't click up with other non-hoopers to validate your hoopness.
Yeah,
Like
your hoopness,
yeah,
Yo
it's a-
hoopness.
yeah,
You can't click up with hoopers
yeah,
for your hoopness.
yeah, right.
You still don't got the
It's just-
hoopness in
It's
you.
just it's not in you. And you
The
either a
hoopness is still
hooper
not
or you're
within.
not a hooper, gang.
The
Like
hoopness is still not within.
It's not
Yeah,
within.
it's still not within.
You feel me? So it's just like
It's also
you can't-
comfortable that like the leaders are leaders. They're just gonna
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
lead
No,
no matter
no.
what.
Facts,
'Cause
absolutely.
I'm not. I just can't. I'm not. It's not even like so much like a follower. Like I think that there's a middle ground between a leader and a follower.
Sure.
You know, but I've never like there's something that just does not allow me to not be the most vocal, to not want to push things forward, to not
Nah, facts.
want to lead.
No, definitely.
just-
I can
and
completely vouch for
It
that.
can't be taken away from me out of
Yeah.
work. I can't tie it to one thing that this is where it comes from or any
And
of
bro, fuck it. It's just you. Fuck all that. You don't need to tie shit together. Like it's just some niggas. It's just they are who they are. You know what I mean? And like it just is what it is. But
it's just in the ever understanding of just how frustrating it is. Like I wish I had other artists here in the city that really, cared about art. And there's certain artists, and it's not a bag.
yeah, no.
because,
And we're talking about it
and
large.
yeah,
Like, this
and
is
it-
not
it's not-
directed
yeah,
towards
yeah.
anybody. Like
yeah, this is not directed towards anybody, but I can see how shoes could fit here. But for certain, there's a couple that I really don't mean this directly to you. Like I know, mean this. I've been waiting for you to listen to this, but I see certain levels of affirmation here in the city for people who might be artists that don't release anything or don't put out anything, and it confuses me, and it's
confusing.
it's confusing. But it makes me, it genuinely does. Like, just to be transparent, like,
Yeah.
it makes me sad. Like,
Yeah.
it makes me sad because this is like, I'm like, I've really given to y'all, to the community. Like, I've constantly given to y'all. And the fact that the community as a whole still has this, like, fear / animosity / jealousy / 10 different non-positive emotions
Right.
towards us and what we're doing,
Yeah.
And it's like no one else, to my knowledge, holds a podcast here in the city where people, and specifically artists, can come in here and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, time and time again, before somebody gets on here or right whenever they sit down, they're like, I'm nervous. What do I say? What questions you gonna ask me? And every single time we're like, hey, look, this is just a conversation.
Yeah, facts.
This is just
not what you
conversation.
thought it was. Like, I'm not sure what you thought it was, but
because so many people, they're trying to get a clip out of somebody or
like
trying to
a
make
sound
them,
bite.
like, you are just an artist or you are whatever, and we just genuinely sit down and have conversations with these individuals and get to know them on a deeper level and allow the audience to get to know them on a deeper level that's far beyond this thing that, we put out,
Right.
To the rest of the world. Sorry.
There you
And
go.
it's just like, no one else is giving people this safe space. And the reason why I know that is because I don't feel a safe place.
Right.
On here, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe.
Niggas are scared, bro. Where the safe spaces at?
I'm scared. I'm just a frightened little boy. That's all. Just a frightened little boy. But like I don't feel safe. In these other places, I don't feel safe.
Right.
I don't feel safe enough to be an artist. I don't feel safe enough to be me.
Mm.
I don't feel safe enough to be safe. I just don't feel safe
Yeah.
in other places. And we truly give people, it's like we're so safe on so many different levels here.
Mhm.
We have a secure facility that we do our recordings in.
No.
We have security here. There's fob access in the multiple different doors
Yep.
in order to even just get into where we're at.
Facts.
Then you get to where we're at. We don't have a room full of 80 people waiting for them.
Drop a bomb.
We don't have. We know it's just safe. We have water. Like, it's just like
we have beverages.
beverages. Like,
It's central heating and cooling.
in every meaning of the word.
Yeah.
Like, we truly create a safe space
Facts.
for not only artists, and especially artists, but just for anybody who we bring into this space.
Well, bro,
and
that's
bring around us.
that's what you made it to be, bro. And like that's just what the
It's so
vision
and
was,
It makes
yeah.
me sad that this doesn't exist
yeah
in other places.
yeah
Like, just off the top of my mind, Sydney with Artist Talk and Niplets is
it's huge.
another one
Yeah.
that's a
huge.
super safe place. It's just that entire time I was in that cohort felt safe.
I felt safe at the
I felt-
banquet. Like, I wasn't even about. I felt safe there.
Like at the August Wilson Center.
Yeah,
It's like,
facts.
Nick, again, just let the levels. I'm pretty sure we had to walk through a metal detector. And
Yeah.
again, you know, it's like safety on multiple levels, and we just don't have that here in the city, a safe place. And the higher up you go within that, the more safety is required. Because again, I want to create a non-hostile but competitive environment, especially for rappers and hip-hop artists here in the city, to be able to compete with one another and then fucking hug backstage. And it's like, man, that competition just led to a great show.
Yeah, facts.
Like, at the end of the day, it's for the audience. At the end of the day, what we just did was for the culture.
Yep.
And yeah, dude, we could brag. Hey, I got you tonight.
Yeah,
Hey, I
facts.
won tonight. Hey,
Yeah.
bro, don't worry. Next week, I'm coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
So, you know,
facts,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go. My pen about to get crazy.
Yeah,
Word.
facts.
And then we meet up. You know, and do that. Just nowhere safe. It's just if we just willy nilly slap those events together, you have non-artists showing up. You have people who aren't real fucking rappers showing up. Like, I don't want to compete. That's not safe.
You got niggas who just faced a blunt 10 minutes ago and trying something new.
And signed up, you know?
Yeah, right.
That's not safe for the
Right.
culture.
Right.
That does not keep the culture safe and secure.
Right.
That is allowing anybody to infiltrate that culture. That is not safe. Anytime that somebody is able to enter something without any
I think that word
security,
is infiltration.
yes,
Unwanted presence.
that's not safe for the culture. If there's not literal security at the building, that is not safe. It's physically not safe. If you got niggas staring against the wall with the fucking
Shiesties on, yeah.
it's not safe.
Yeah, right.
It's just not safe, you know. So they're just really for rap and hip hop at large here in the city. Other than here, off the top of my head, other than Artist Talk, there's no safe places for us to be able to go to. So I would like to be able to create more of these safe spaces. But
well, let me ask you this, bro. Like, since the pod started and, like, you know, since, you know, we've got to this point, have you seen any improvements, like, as far as this go, like, if anything at all?
I think regression.
Damn.
When I started back in when I started back in 2014 as a manager and seeing that landscape, like, so many artists, like true artists, you know, people who I looked at, like how I hope people look at me whenever, you know, I enter a room where it's just like, man, like, him, the artist,
Yeah,
man,
right.
they're not famous. I'm not talking about famous people.
Yeah, sure.
Respected
Yeah.
people who have been at this for years, have been honing their craft. They move as themselves, and who they are is an artist amongst many things. But as an artist, you know, especially when we're walking into artist events, there is a certain just energy where it's like the designers here were actual designers. Like the poets were actual poets, the rappers were actual rappers, the hip hop artists, the producers were actual producers. Not like there's no safe, but like there's just no. Right now, anything's willy nilly. You know, it's like if I'm not considered one of the top artists here in the city, what more do I have to do? Like, and I asked that genuine question. Like, if somebody could, what more do I have to do? The numbers are there. Fuck the numbers. The production is there. The artistry is there. I've come out with how many music videos? None of them are alike. I came out with how many songs? None of them are alike. And yet they're all very high level.
For sure.
For what I have working with.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, what more do I have to do? So then if I'm not an artist, then what hope? What hope do we have?
Yeah.
What hope do we have in the city? If I'm not one of the high level artists, then what fucking hope do we have in the city? And I still know how much further I would need to take it to be able to really make some massive change just as an artist. Just as an artist. You know, fuck any business side or any of this or me moving money this way and that way. Just being an artist. So I fear that I have that fear right now for Pittsburgh as a whole, or I'm fucking the industry as a whole right now. It's just who the fuck is a real, because these TikTok people can come. Like
Yeah.
I saw this one guy. He's funny as fuck.
Mhm.
You know, he's a white dude, and he just says like this like wild words. You know what I mean? It's like, I think he says something like she's my Minnie Mouse. I want her to come and lick my Mickey. Some type like funny. Like it's just funny shit. You know, it's just funny shit. And it's like, that's dope. That's cool. Where the fuck is the real art? Like, where's the real artist? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Where's the real artist? Not to say that isn't funny, dude.
Yeah, no,
All that.
No, facts.
Well, where's the real artist? I'm just looking at every city. Fuck Pittsburgh. I'm looking at every city. Where's the safe place? I know for comedy right now, Austin, Texas, it is like arguably the hub right now of comedy.
Really?
They're all moving to Austin. I think Joe Rogan, even just him by himself. Joe, and I think Segura's down there now too.
I know Segura's
so you have some of the tops of the comedy world. Whether I don't think Joe Rogan's doing too much stand up anymore, but he has the pool and the money to be able to be like, hey, this is Joe Rogan hosted event. Yeah, right. And I'm bringing all my friends who are fucking people who all amass millions of views, followers, all that. Yeah, you know, and I can just slap them together and put them in for a fucking night here if I want to, for a 4-hour night, you know. So that's a safe place right now for comedians.
You have you ever peeped that sorry not to cut you out, bro, that Kill Tony shit? Is that in Austin, Texas?
I don't know where it's based out of because I think they tour.
Okay, copy.
I think it's a touring thing, but I don't know where the home base of it is, if they have one or any of that. Yeah, I would not be surprised if it's Austin.
Yeah, okay.
But right now it's Austin and New York. Austin and New York are the two that are really holding the comedy circuit together right now, because you got to think comedy had to go through its own evolution, because
social media.
We grew up on comedy movies, where we had high-level comedy movies that were hilarious as fuck.
Facts.
Every year there was at least 2 or 3.
No bullshit.
That would come out every single year.
Yep.
You can't even get one good one in the past, maybe
bro,
like 8 years
fucking
type shit.
Step Brothers, fucking Talladega Nights, fucking.
No, we could go on and on. It was just the understanding that it was commonplace that every year at least 3 high-level, high-grossing comedy movies will come out. It doesn't exist anymore. So they had to find a new route of going things, and for them, what it seemed to be was they went back to the root of stand-up. So they boosted stand-up more than anything. Going back to the Netflix specials and posting their stand-up specials. Podcasting, they found a home
for sure.
Podcasting, and it seems like they just keep those, moving in a circle. Yeah, and they've done well for themselves. Hip hop hasn't found that. Yeah, we haven't found that, and fucking streaming is not our answer. Nah, that's not our answer.
That might be fucking shit up, low key.
Podcasting is not our answer. Of like being, again, it has to be in a situation where it's you who is not a fucking full-blown artist. Yeah, I still think that your clothing is I think that is a form of art for you that I think you're extremely expressive of. But other than that, like, short as fuck not rapping. Like, Tubby ain't coming out with no rap
you don't
right.
You don't gotta fucking right.
So if you're waiting on that,
you're gonna be waiting for a long time. Most likely forever. Right.
Yeah, forever. So have somebody who is so in tune to hip hop, who has a swagger to them, who has their own expressive art that is not the art that they're speaking with
definitely
98% of the 99% of the people that they have coming on,
definitely,
and are very receptive to them, understand what an artist really is, and be able to have a conversation with them. Unless it's that format, it's not for us. And again, in that format, then we're the guest.
Yeah, right.
We're still the guest.
Sure.
We're not the host. I don't need Drake hosting a fucking podcast.
Right, yeah, facts.
I don't need that. I don't need Kendrick hosting a podcast.
Yeah, no.
I don't need anything. Yeah. So I don't know what I think it is.
Point, though, facts.
Is live shows. I think we need to go back to again, the roots. Same thing with the stand-up. Get people on stage, and we quickly find out who the fuck can't do what they do, who the fuck cannot do what they do, and who can do what they do. And it's embarrassing. Same thing with comedy. It's embarrassing when somebody can go on a stage and let's say like they have no skills whatsoever, and they go on the comedy stage and they're trying to make people laugh.
Yeah, and it's
Not
just
only is the
like,
crowd silent, but people are like, ugh.
like it's uncomfortable for everybody.
It's uncomfortable for everybody.
Everybody.
It's the same feel whenever you're at these rap shows and someone gets on stage and they're
No, bro.
we watched it. We watched a kid and
No, bro.
do math. Do math. I don't go. Do math.
Because I was about to go exactly. Yeah, go ahead. Go
We
ahead.
watched a kid get on stage recently who feels himself to be a rapper. A rapper, again, rapper. You gotta talk with a rapper, and he's playing his tracks, and you can't even hear him. I don't know. I honestly don't even know if he was even saying the words to the song. Like, I don't know if he was just mouthing the words. I honestly don't even think. And there's moments like he's like, it's embarrassing. Like it's hard to watch. I can't imagine doing that, let alone us the watcher. We have to watch that. So if we create an environment where that gets on stage and we boo, like you just, and what it does is that kid either finally has a realization, oh shit, I'm not a rapper.
Right.
And he quits and goes to college and focuses on his grades and all that, or goes into a trade.
Builds a healthy family,
But
gets a savings account.
Freeze
Yeah, right.
Freeze him. Or he does somehow have it in him, and he's like, oh wow, that was an embarrassing moment. I need to work on my step on my shit. Then he fucking goes home for the next month and writes every fucking day. Mm-hmm. Then he comes back to the next event a month later, and then he fucking spits his bars for the first time, and everyone's like, oh wow, like, okay, all right, but let's see you do it again. And then he goes, I will. Goes back home, writes for the next month again, comes back the next month, even better. Okay, all right, now you're starting to like really. No, you guys still haven't seen what I've done yet. Go back home, that's less common, but a possibility, and that's beautiful that allows that to be a possibility. Mm-hmm. What's more common, their ass, we boo, the person finally realizes I'm not this thing, and then goes on with their life. And the nucleus, the culture of hip-hop, stays safe. It does not get damaged. It does not.
We avoided another one.
We said it time and time again. It is so unsafe to go to a hip-hop event here in Pittsburgh. And this is what I mean in this context of safe. It's going to be ass. It's not protected. Again, I'm using safe as both. This is
a multi-use word. Yeah, facts.
No conversation.
Yeah,
this
facts.
Is that literally physically safe with security and nobody has guns and nobody's looking crazy in the corner and blah, 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 physically safe. And then keeping the culture safe of you're not just allowing anybody into this culture and to do whatever they want with this culture and claim that culture. You can't allow that to happen in any culture.
That's what I'm saying. Any other culture wouldn't stand for it.
In any culture, you cannot allow that to happen.
Facts.
You cannot allow that to happen. It hurts my soul more than somebody walking into a church, not a mosque, walking into a church, and then just started to, alhamdulillah. It's like, you could do that in the mosque. 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 This is a completely different culture. Yeah. You look wild right now.
Yeah, right.
Not to say either right or either. And vice versa.
And
vice versa. You cannot go into a mosque.
Yeah.
Be like, Jesus.
Right.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Nah, that's not our vibe.
Of our people.
Yo, my brother, go grab a prayer mat and either grab a prayer mat or bounce. Yeah, you feel me? Like,
you would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
You would never do that. So why the fuck are we allowing non-rappers, non-hip-hop artists to come hold a mic at a rap hip-hop event
and just say whatever?
And say whatever.
And bro,
and
even
do whatever.
To your point, man, just going back to booing the people that ain't doing their job. Like, it's not to like crush anyone's resolve or like make sure no one.
No, it is. No, it is exactly.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's all coming from a place of, like you said, safety and preservation.
Exactly. And love for the culture of hip hop. For the safety, preservation, and love for the culture of hip hop. and his chain.
Yeah, right. Yeah, my fucking
For,
chain.
for the that's just all it is.
Yeah,
It's just for
facts.
the immense love that I have for that.
No, facts.
Don't, and have I expressed, and again, I'm gonna get more vocal of it as the years and time goes on, because right now, this year, next year, and the year after that is not the time. But whenever I run for mayor and go to win mayor, it is disrespectful if just a band of Philadelphians in their fucking Eagles gear, not even on a game day,
Yeah.
just came and they just hunkered down downtown.
Oh,
and
that
just
might
fucking
be
doing
active
Eagles
terrorism.
chants.
Yeah, that
That's
might.
active terrorism.
That.
Don't come into
Yeah.
this culture. Don't come into this culture with all that rah shit.
Yeah, and the city of
From a
Pittsburgh
different-
might have
that's
to
insane.
respond in
That's
kind.
insane.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not safe.
Yeah.
It's, again, we want the safety, preservation, and love for the culture that we love.
The safety, preservation, and the
I'm-
love of
I'm-
hip
We
hop.
talk about the culture of hip hop and rap.
Right.
That's all I'm talking about. And I've been dabbling into other genres and
Facts.
went to other genres, events and stuff like that, and some of them were thriving.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to the fucking what's the Shrine's music called?
Oh yeah, ska.
Shout out to ska.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ska culture here. Seems well protected.
Yeah.
Seems,
No. Facts.
Seems like a community. Seems
Absolutely.
like everybody knows what's going on in the community. That just a random ska band can go up there,
Yeah.
be the headliner,
And
of
rock
the
it
fucking-
out though. Yeah.
be the headliner of the ska event. Like, you're
Mhm.
not allowed to do that. You have to be
Pay your dues.
ska. You need to
your shit, yeah.
be ska, and they know what ska. I don't know what ska is.
Yeah.
They know what ska is, and they protect ska.
Yeah.
Where a lot of them, they don't know what hip hop is. So it's
Mhm.
upon us to be protective of this thing that we love.
Right. And just even as far as artists not releasing, right? But then at the same time, you gotta live life a little bit in order to drop authentic art. What do you think is the balance between that? Like, what do you think? Because it's a bit of a delicate dance.
You should be evolving every year. If you're not, then you have a bigger problem than just being an artist. You just have bigger life problems if you're not evolving every single year. So within a year span, you should have something to fucking talk about, like something new to talk about, something different to talk about. And the same thing I think we mentioned in the one podcast where it's like Andre 3000 was like, I don't want to rap anymore because I don't know, like people want to hear about me as a father. Nigga, we never heard you talk about it. So yes, we want to know what the fuck it's like
Andre
be a-
3000 being a dad.
to be a real nigga
Yeah.
of hip hop, to now be a fucking father and be older and do it in a way. Because I even said I'm never gonna be that fucking preachy old head
Yeah.
fucking rapper. I'm never gonna get to that point ever in
Mhm.
my entire life, ever.
Mhm.
Even if I'm older, that's not the type of conversations I'm having.
Yeah.
Over a fucking mic.
Mm-hmm.
Find a different way to express what the fuck you're talking about, nigga. Like once you get to that level of rap hip hop, I have no shame in talking about anything.
Yeah. Facts.
Like, what can people take away from you, bro? You're a
Legend.
You're
Yeah.
a rapper, and you're a legend.
Mm-hmm.
A rapper. We should assume that you're fucking. I hope you're still fucking bitches now.
Yeah.
I hope you're fucking in your
Yeah.
40s, fucking the shit out some bitches.
Shouts
What's that
to
like?
Andre, Yeah.
What's it like being 40? I bet you could come with some funny bars.
Yeah.
This bitch, she's like, what? She's like, oh, you popping that ecstasy shit, bitch? This Viagra.
Right.
Like,
Type shit, right? But just a new perspective on shit.
Just a new
Yeah, just
a new perspective on shit. So it's just, you should, regardless, just advice that I try to give myself as a human is just to constantly evolve, constantly try to get better. Within my own life, I'm constantly trying to evolve, trying
Sure.
to get better, trying to learn something new, trying to put myself in new environments. So that just by default allows me to write about something new within my art. So that's all I just you as a person, just continue to try to evolve, and naturally you're going to have something new to be able to write about.
Right. No, facts. So I mean, we definitely have to just address the state of things, like whenever you pop on. I think that again, I think you hit a lot of the points. It just sucks because I know some people may feel like we're kind of beating a dead horse, but at the same time, this is the current terrain of things. Like, if shit was different, the conversations would be different. You know what I mean? But shit is not. And like you even said, shit has regressed since like we started this shit, which I mean, sucks to hear. Like, it just, it's wild. But I mean, just even kind of like, saying in this lane for like a little bit, like, what do you think as like like it's just like, people again just like not dropping like art just like as a whole?
Well, first off, people aren't dropping art. That's a massive issue. No safe places for any artist to be able to go and to be an artist. I mean, releasing, that's a huge start, especially within hip hop and rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely
That's like the big,
that's definitely
yeah.
some of the biggest things of it.
I feel that.
You have to release, and you have to, like, I've released more music videos than a lot of artists have collectively. And let me talk about this bitch real quick. Hold on. Let me talk about this bitch. We're we talk about this bitch. Sorry, I got a text. Not to name names, but I watched a bitch leave here. I watched the same bitch barely release since leaving here, and then steal my art in the mix of doing all that.
Crazy. Grab and go.
Like, I thought we were supposed to leave Pittsburgh to release more things and be around more things to release and do all this. So I'm confused on how that has regressed, and then how you're gonna be stealing my art while doing that. That's
while doing it is
crazy. Just know that somebody did that. Like, just know that somebody left Pittsburgh claiming that this shit was about to be super sweet and sugary, and then hasn't really released art since doing that, and then stole my art.
Damn.
And tell me if I'm wrong.
Damn.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, this is all facts.
No, this is the moment where you right now you say, "Hey, Mike's lying right now."
No. This is all facts. This is 100%, like, yeah. This is 100% true. All facts, no printer.
So,
whatever colloquial term you want to use. Like, this is like a real thing.
It just baffles me. I created a music video for almost every song of my last album. Almost every song on my last album has a music video.
Yeah, facts.
And none of them are just me just standing in front of a camera just rapping a one-shot take in front of a camera.
Like, that's not yours.
They're actual music videos.
Right, yeah.
Like, I don't know the excuse of artists not releasing. That confused me. Like, don't you want the world to hear this dope shit? That confuses me. I just don't relate to it whatsoever. I have no relation to that mindset. I create dope things, and I go, I can't wait to show these people this dope thing. Mm-hmm. And then I release this dope thing. And then after I release that dope thing, I'm like, what else dope can I do? Let me do some more dope shit. And then I just try to do some more dope shit. And then just because I tried doing more dope shit, I happen to create more dope shit.
Yeah, right.
And then the cycle begins again. Oh, I want to release this dope shit. Like, I'm about to be recording this album here in a couple weeks. I can't fucking wait. And then after I record it, I'm like, I can't wait to fucking show y'all. Or whoever wants to fucking listen.
Yeah,
whoever wants to fucking listen, you're going to love what the fuck you're about to hear.
Facts.
And I love that. Mm-hmm. I love that. And then after this, I'll talk about, this could be my last rap album. And writing this album has given me a lot of hope for the future of different ways that I could take different parts of my art. I'll just leave it at that. But even if I don't create rap, man, again, I'm making my first fucking punk rock song. I love that. I would love to make a punk rock album. Mm-hmm. That'd be so fucking fun. That'd be so dope. It's just creating dope things and then being like, I want to share this with other people. I just don't relate to the mentality of creating something and then not releasing it.
Right.
Is it actually not that dope? That could be a thing. That's a different issue. Are you scared of the criticism? Well, you can't. This is art. This is what comes with being an artist. Like, you have to be so fuck criticism. Like, I think that's like the crux of an artist. Especially like, those people that were like, they're artsy. Like, whenever you think someone who's artsy, what do you think of? Like, they're in a fucking like weed rag, fucking
right.
like they just paint with their toes, and then they create a fucking masterpiece like from a painting with their toes. That like, and the paint was like their melted.
Bro, in like 2012, arts used to be like you tilted your camera this way when you took a picture on IG, and then niggas niggas were artsy.
It's like it's like when we really think of what is artsy or people who are like you like see like as artistic that aren't rappers and hip hop and stuff like that.
Right.
You're I think some of our first things we think of is like painting and or just like goony people.
Yeah, right.
Who are just like I don't give a fuck
Quirky,
with
weird.
you.
Yeah,
Can we
right.
think back to the fucking rock stars back in the day? Do you think they gave a fuck about what you had to say about literally anything that they were doing?
Ozzy Osbourne bit a head off a bat. That nigga didn't care about no criticism.
They didn't care about shit. They laughed at criticism.
Yeah.
Because they're like, this is art. This is an artist. This is what being an artist is. This is literally the definition of being an artist. Is being beyond criticism. Of being a real artist is being beyond criticism. Whereas like if you're creating real art and being respective of whatever culture that you were creating this art within, nigga, be free. Be you. Like, be dope. Like, you can be critical of your own shit. That's fine. That's called growth, nigga. That's called fucking want to be better.
Yeah, reflecting.
It's called reflecting. It's called fucking hindsight's 2020.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wish I could have fucking added that to the song or done this or fucking made that or whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Do it better next time, my nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Make more.
Exactly.
I don't know, so I just never, I've never felt that. I've never felt that. I make very good songs, and then I go, I'd really love to release this in a dope way. And I released it. I mean, like, I made You and I was like, wow, wouldn't this be dope if this was a short film? And then I made...
Who did that?
And then I made it into a fucking short film. And then I released a fucking short film of my fucking project.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's sick. Why the fuck would I make all that and then just be like, I'm not releasing that? Like, I'm just saying.
I just like sit on it for like 8.
I've never felt the fear. I've never made some ass. I've never like finished something that was ass. I've never tried to think of like other reasons. Had an ego where I was just like, no, like unless 100 million people listen to this,
then
at least I can guarantee I'm
Yeah.
not releasing.
Yeah.
Like this is not coming out. I've never had that.
You don't even know 100. Like you don't even know 100 people. It's like how you expect 100 million to listen to your shit. Oh, like immediately when it drops, my nigga. Like, come on, man.
I can't think. I mean, there's probably like another 15 excuses that I'm not thinking of
No,
off the top of my
but
head.
you're hitting the nail on the head.
I've just never felt any of those, and it's just you can't, as a real artist, you cannot feel.
It has to be non-existent to you.
This has to be non-existent. It has to be non-existent.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, bro, again, just always appreciate your insight on just the state of things. Again, I'm not from Pittsburgh originally, so I have a very short scope of things. In the 3 years I've been here now, but
even
man,
the
it's
3 years that you've been here, think about it. I mean, also, dude, another person who creates safe spaces, Che, creates safe place.
We'll never
safe
not
spaces
shout out Che.
and safe
Shout the
places.
fuck out to Che, bro.
Shout to Che from now and forever,
for sure.
And early on, you saw collaborations, with me and Che, and in the safe spaces that were created,
definitely
within that, and it's
man.
like,
Looking back, I mean, bro, it's tough.
and that's gone now.
Yeah, it's
shout
tough
to what
not
she's
to
doing
miss
now,
those.
the path that she's on right now. But now that she stepped away from that path and shit, that's another person off the board that was creating safe spaces.
I know.
I mean,
that's tough.
I'm not gonna name where we're going or what we're doing, but me and Tobe next weekend or like this weekend coming up are about to go somewhere where there's gonna be ops in the building. There's gonna be weird energies.
Optimus Prime, Transformers,
and we know there's gonna be weird energies
for sure. No,
know,
of course, bro, of course.
And it's a hip hop event, and we know that we're gonna go there, and there's gonna be weird energy in the building. We have another event, because then I leave, and then after I get back, we're gonna go to another event where there's gonna be even more ops in the building.
Oppier.
Even more people trying to act cool, or people who don't release nothing, or people who claim this and claim that are gonna try to look as cool as possible. Like, they're gonna try to look as cool.
Niggas gonna dodge for like try to look like it's just like it's taking too much energy to try to look cool. Like niggas is sweating trying to look cool. Like it's crazy. Niggas going through reps trying to look cool. Like, you might as well just work out.
These events is because I've been cooped up for a while.
Yeah,
I've been cooped up because I don't like people.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
I stay away from people.
But you always got to get a sense of just what's kind of going on out there. What you just.
And I'm not gonna like what I see. I know that. I'm not gonna like what I see, but I'm gonna go out there and look, and I'm gonna see, and
so yeah, I mean, we go figure it out. You know, what I mean, shit, like, bro, like you said, it's gonna be. But again, like, whenever we step out, like, we're not again trying to perpetuate anything. We're there to enjoy the event. You know, should it be things to enjoy there? I mean, like, we're not coming in on no energy, but it's like you said, it's just gonna be ops around. Like, we can't necessarily control
observe.
that.
I don't.
Yeah, no, facts, exactly.
Like, there's an event that's gonna be coming up here that we're going to, and there's a stage at this event, and there's gonna be a bunch of people on that stage, and they're gonna like. I can't even express how cool they're gonna try looking. I can't even express how cool they're gonna try looking, and I'm me.
I saw
I'm
a nigga
confident.
wear a pashmina in the summer.
Look. I'm me,
Yeah,
and I know me.
yeah,
I love me,
yeah,
and me is dope.
yeah.
I'm just dope. I'm not.
Facts.
I'm gonna be on the ground minding my own damn business.
Right.
So again, there's gonna be a stage, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of people up there that are not cool, not dope, not good people, most likely, and they're gonna be up there trying to act cool. I'm gonna be on the ground, dancing. Maybe, I don't know. It depends on how good the music is, and just being me.
Yeah, facts.
Just being me.
Maybe
Mind my own.
grab an hors d'oeuvre if they're
Mind my own
available.
Maybe grab an order.
Yeah. If those
Grab
are floating around.
Grab a beverage.
Yeah.
Maybe hold a hip.
Hopefully,
Maybe hold a hip.
if you're lucky enough.
Maybe hold a hip. But even still, I don't fuck with y'all bitches. I don't.
Oh damn! The bitches quoted is crazy.
I don't fuck with y'all. I
Yeah.
just don't fuck with. I don't fuck with cool shit. Like, I just don't fuck with any of that stuff. It's just
Yeah.
not my forte. I don't like that
And
whatsoever.
shout out to the non-cool shit. Please, keep your distance.
It's even wild after I perform too, because it's like I'll go up there and perform, put on a performance, and people, again, I've never put on a bad performance, and people, whenever they're watching me, they're like, "What the fuck am I watching right now?" And then afterwards, I'll go talk to everybody
Yeah.
and like go hug people and like be like, "Yeah," they'd be like, "Dude, what the fuck? Like, that was so dumb." I'm like, "Yeah, it was." Like, I wasn't the one that just went in. And I was like, "Yeah, like, bro, cool. Like, that's just what I do. Like, this is,
Yeah, no, facts.
Like, let's go get a drink now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Light
facts.
the blunt. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done performing, nigga. Light the blunt now.
Yeah.
Like, shit, you know,
like,
like,
right, we could chill.
Let's
like,
just chill and just talk. You know what I mean? And
facts.
just have fun. Like, now that I got done with that, like, how about this new season of fucking, I don't know, Avatar?
yeah, whatever.
Like,
just
whatever.
Invincible. Like, yeah.
like, let's just talk. Let's just
no,
chat and talk it
and
out.
bro, but like that's just again what it is. That's an extension of you. It's not your entirety. It's just what you present. First of all, just as your job as a performer. You know what I mean? But then it's just like your creative outlet, and like once you step out of that, it's just like okay, no need to be in that state anymore. Like
Yeah.
it's just it is what it is. It's done. I did it. It's over. Like
Yeah.
facts.
So it's just crazy when people aren't doing any performances or
and
anything expressive.
then
They're
still
out there.
trying to still trying to give off that vibe. Like
Again, they're gonna be on the stage.
yeah,
They're gonna be on the stage. They're gonna be act cool on the stage.
right.
Michael will be not on the stage. I'll be on the floor. Minding my own damn business.
Right.
Minding my own damn business. I wish I was a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, just like walked on the
Yeah.
stage, just drunk, just like, you better make you drunk right now. DJ's like, do what? You better make you play drunk right now. You can do anything. Wait, let me tell you.
How did you get up
wait,
here?
Wait. I need to show people I'm on stage real quick. You need to run drunk right now.
Can we get someone up here to? No, you better fuck
rapper
me.
What? Yes, sir. Rapper.
I'm the rapper. I'm just
Hey, dude,
myself.
hey, bro, like,
Yeah.
this is another thing I never do. Like, you'll never catch me do this. Where it's just like, it'll be like, let's say, like, you got the podcast.
Yeah.
That's okay. Hey, bro, you need to put me on the podcast. Like, bro, you need to, like, hey, bro, like, it's really, dude, I think it's time for the podcast.
It's time, right,
I think
niggas.
it's time.
I don't even see a watch on you. It's like, how can you tell the time to me right now? Like, what time is it? Like,
I think it's time for the podcast. I think it's time to.
yo, bro, it's
rock
time
on.
to get one in, bro. So this is not how.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
I don't even make the decision about that. You coming to the wrong nigga. Like, I'll just sit down with you. Like, you feel
If
me?
you don't
Like,
invite me to something, nigga, I ain't going.
nah, facts.
I don't want to go. I'm cool with staying home.
Bro, super.
I'm so cool with staying home.
Super cool.
I'm so cool with never being on your podcast. I'm so cool with never doing a song with you. I'm so cool with not being in this music video. I'm so cool with not performing at this place.
Facts.
I'm so cool with not doing any of this shit.
Right.
I'm so fine.
Right.
And I also do shit on my own. Like, I just go out and also do my own shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't need to go on your podcast, nigga. I made one.
Right.
Nigga, I don't need to hop on your song, nigga. I just make them.
Mm.
I don't need to be in your music video, nigga. I just create them.
Mm.
I don't need to be at your show, nigga. I'm created. Like, I don't need to go to it. So if I really want that thing, I just create it.
No,
Either own it or I create it already.
Yeah.
So I don't really need that thing, you know. And there's certain, again, it's just not until I'm invited. Why would you ever want to be in a space where you're not
bro?
fucking
Literally.
invited? That's just so weird.
Yeah, it's odd.
So weird.
It's
just
odd, bro.
weird.
Man, and we're kind of getting up there, but I do want you to actually talk about your project. So just whatever you're willing to reveal. Again, I did mention that like it was your longest project to date. Is that just because there's so much content for you to talk about? Was that like a conscious decision that you made to be like, I'm gonna make it this length, or was it just like a result of you just having so much to speak on? So like you're making all these songs, you're just like, fuck it, there's all going on the album, fuck it.
Yeah, I just want to create just as many songs as I could, and then just with like the same goal in mind is like, hey, I'm creating the song that's probably gonna be on this album, so let me just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Well, I'm creating the song, and again, I was writing so much. My book that I showed y'all, I even more shit. Like, I've just so much. I've been writing so much. I just been writing so many lyrics, so many concepts, just so much. I've been just doing so much writing. I was like, this project is just inevitably going to be longer. Period.
Okay.
I want to take the best of what I am writing, and
Correct.
There's certain songs that I should say beats and lyrics that I've been sitting on for fucking years, like talking. Like 8 years that I just never got around to finishing that song or finish writing that thing just because something else, again, I'm constantly writing and releasing.
You got pulled in different
directions. So it's not that like just because I didn't finish that I wasn't releasing it.
Yeah.
That just wasn't what I released.
Yeah.
Just not what I finished. So there's certain ones I want to go back to that I'm like, oh no, like this, I need to finish this shit. You know, this, I always knew 8 years ago that this shit had potential.
Yeah.
It's going to hit today. It could have came out 8 years, hit, come out today, it could hit. Can come out 10 years from now, it's still going to hit.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
No pun intended. So, I mean, even just going through, my track list right now, first song I have, and these names are subject to change, but I have Ethereal, just a very sonic. I'm starting this album off in a very sonic way, just an immersive way. You feel like you're almost on a fucking, like, ride.
Yeah, right.
At an amusement park. Like at Disney, like
yeah,
I can't remember. I think you said something that sounds
Space
like
Mountain,
like space, like it just sounds just. It's called ethereal. It just sounds ethereal. And then I have a song called "Hands Up" that's one of those songs that me and Nathan worked on fucking like 8 years ago, 6 to 8 years ago, and it was a song that we just never went back to finish. And I'm like, no, this shit still hits to this day. Let's get this finished. I have Legal Money on there, which talks about my new stage of life, having legal money and the difference of having fucking legal money and what legal money really fucking looks like, feels like, and sounds like, nigga. Like, it's different. It ain't drug money and all that, black market money is not the fucking same as legal money, my nigga.
Facts.
That part-time money ain't even fucking the same as. After that, I have the best. Just to reiterate, it's simple. It's
just to reiterate.
Just to reiterate. Also, the order of these songs is probably gonna change.
Yeah.
But I have the best. It's just to reiterate. The best. And
just in case you may have forgotten.
Clear as possible. On the song, and I got Nada, which is hit on steroids. It's hit with a little 10, 10th degree. It is what I started with hit, and this is the finish of that energy. This is the finished product of that energy. Then I got Like That. Just a fun song. This is a real fun.
Yeah.
It's a really fun song. It's the most fun song that I have on the project. Then Baka is the only single from the project that has been released,
Video and all.
From the fucking video in Tokyo, Japan, that already speaks for itself. Baka. Puff on This is the
Puff on this.
Puff on this.
It's a
Puff
track
this,
on the
puff
album.
this, yeah. That's directed to somebody. None of y'all that are listening to this, it's directed to somebody, and it's named that for a reason. They will know that this song was made about them, and I love that. Then you have You Ain't, which is a beautiful song that's gonna have a music video already to it. Some of these already have the music videos written out for them, but You Ain't is a beautiful
Absolutely
music video. Beautiful song. I can't wait for that. Say No was a question that I had for myself of, you know, I was with a woman and I just was not able to say no to her. I was just fucking like, yeah, and just allowing so many lines to be crossed, and it was just asking myself the question of when will I say no? You know, just when will I say no? And then what does love cost? You know, come to this thing where, you know, just love always comes with a price. Just love just always comes with a price, and it is not as easy as I go into a grocery store and I can look and it's $7 and I take my $7 to the counter, I give them the $7, they give me the product.
Right.
The price can change. The price can not even be on it. There could be a bartering system. It could say $10, I bring $10, and they don't give me the product.
Fine print, all that shit. Yeah, right.
So I break that down and then, you know, finalize it with my first ever punk rock song, which is just a fucking fire punk rock song that also is going to have a music video to it. So it's, I just take it through different, like, I'm excited.
Yeah, bro.
I think everything that I was looking to create, and I think hopefully what people were looking to hear from me. Same as simultaneous.
Nah, bro. I think just even you going through that, it just, again, it just feels like you have a lot to talk about, and it is you know, I think it's gonna come through in the content, man. It's just like how the levels of life that you're going through, the perspective that you've gained, and just like what certain experiences were able to do for you. I think that's all gonna, you know, be very apparent throughout this album, and I'm very excited. If you know, want to divulge, if there's a timeline for this, like, again, like, I know, like, you're still in like the throes of making it and stuff like that, but like, is like a rough timeline? Like, do you think it should come out in the summertime, maybe a little bit after? Like, what are you thinking?
The absolute earliest it come out, which it probably won't come out, I'll give the absolute earliest and the absolute latest. The absolute earliest it could come out is April.
Okay.
The absolute latest it could come out is June.
Okay. So we're looking at summer regardless then. Like spring is like summer. Okay.
In the spring, go to the summer.
Okay. Word up.
This one's gonna come out no later than that.
Okay.
No earlier than April. For sure as fuck, no earlier than April, because I want to have some of these music videos done before I even, you know, announce the official release of the project and really put a date to it. And then definitely no later than June.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Let me check where we're at time-wise.
Probably at the hour, if I had to take a guess. Knew I could have stood my ass up too. Yeah. You have to take over.
No, it's all good.
Wrap it up, Tim.
But yeah.
Wrap this shit up like I don't do. I wear condoms. Prevent STDs.
All right, y'all. Yo, we got
early age pregnancy.
We got the boss man in the building, man. MIC Podcast, episode 106, man. Community content. You get it all here. And we're out, yo. Peace.
Bye.